Hey everybody, it's Jodi. Welcome to the Great North American Stampin' Show. This week we are on season 9, episode 6. And this week we're each choosing a favorite stamp set and creating a project to share with you. So that'll be fun and it'll be a great variety, I assume. Then again, we don't share in advance what we're doing, so maybe everybody will choose the same. That would be kind of wild, wouldn't it? Anyhow, before we get started, quick shout out to Julie for winning last week's episode. Thank you again for joining us. We have a lot of fun doing this friendly competition, and we hope that you enjoy watching every week and commenting and voting and just getting in on all the creative inspiration. All right, let's get started. So I chose my favorite current stamp set to be the framed violets. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit hard to narrow down, but I really do like this bundle. So this is the stamp set here, and then it's got coordinating dies as well. So that's what I'm using today is framed violets. And then I've got a couple pieces from the Violet Dreams designer paper, and I pulled in this piece from the Shimmering Stripes specialty paper. And I'm hoping you can see that shimmer. It's brand new, it's super fun, and it's gonna add so much to this card. So I've got this oval from the framed violets. I'm going to cut that out. And then I've got the scalloped oval with Highland Heather, and I'm going to go ahead and get these two cut out. Okay, so I will get this stuff out of the way. And I'm not going to need these dies anymore, so I'll set those aside too. Okay, I think what I want to do next is the stamping. So this is just a piece of thick basic white, and I'm using the thick because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends. And so when you use Stampin' Blends, you want to make sure that you're using the thick basic white cardstock. So I will go ahead and stamp this image in black. Okay, so then we'll go ahead and color. I'm using Highland Heather and, let's see, I'll just set that up here. Highland Heather and Peaceful Pine. And I like to start with the lighter of the two. And so I'm just gonna go in with the smaller, like bullet end and do some coloring here. There's also a brush end, which I use a lot, especially if it's a bigger open space. So I'll go ahead and get a layer of the light Highland Heather on all of these petals. And then I'm going to go in with some dark and just kind of do some of the lines that are already there, add some shading on some of the sides of the petals. And then, so I start light, I go dark, and then I go back to light just to kind of blend it out a little bit. And then as it dries, which is really pretty quickly because it's an alcohol marker, as it dries, those lines kind of fade a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish coloring all of these petals. Okay, and then I'll come in with Peaceful Pine, again using the bullet end and the light shade first. I'm going to just barely make contact to get in that really thin stem area. And then I'll go ahead and color the leaves with the lighter shade. Come back in with the darker shade, and I'm literally just tracing over like the veins that are part of the leaf in this image. And I'm not going to pull the light shade back in to blend it. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that and then go ahead and do this leaf the same way. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and die cut this with another one of the dies from the framed violets. I think I'm gonna start building. I've got fresh Freesia as the card base. And of course, as always, look in the video description to see all of the measurements. So I've got fresh Freesia, and then I'm going to add some of this designer paper. Again, that's called Violet Dreams. It coordinates beautifully with this bundle. I love this darker pattern here. It's Secret Sea. It probably looks like black, but it's Secret Sea, that really deep blue. And then this little piece with Peaceful Pine, I'll put across the middle. It's a little tiny bit higher than center. And then, let's see, then I want to build this, I think. So I'm going to attach that Shimmery Stripes. Can you see it? It's so pretty. I'm going to attach the Shimmery Stripes to the Highland Heather scalloped oval. And then this I'm going to attach to the card with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll put several on the back here to pop it up. This will just go on here. And then we've got our focal point to add here. Now, I think it would be really awesome to pop that up as well on Stampin' Dimensionals as opposed to flat. I'm not sure how much of a difference you can tell when I'm just holding it flat. So that was my original plan, but then I got this other idea and I'm so excited to show it to you. I don't know if I've ever done a video with a window sheet. If I have, it's been a super long time. So this is a window sheet. They come in a 12 by 12 package. And what I'm going to do is one more time, pull in this oval. So the oval, I cut the striped, the shimmery stripes. And I'm going to one more time die cut an oval, this time from the window sheet. All right, so I've got this oval cut. And what I want to do is kind of set it over the top to really, I know it looks a little goofy with the light, but it really adds just an elevated look to this card. So to attach this, we're going to do a little trick with the green, call it green glue. It's not actually green. It's the multi-purpose glue that happens to be in a green package. So I am going to, I should do this on some other paper to make sure it doesn't come out in a giant blob. Nope, we're good. Okay. I'm going to put just a dot, just like in kindergarten. As always, a dot does a lot. I'm just going to kind of randomly put some dots so that I can attach this window sheet. Now, if you notice, the glue on there is white. Do you see that it's white right now, the little dots? I'm going to just set it here for a few minutes, and that's going to let it kind of dry a little bit. When it dries, it becomes clearer and it's almost tacky. So it's not, because what I don't want to do is set the window sheet on and have the glue go blah, like spill out over where the little dot is, because that's just not the look I'm going for. So if I leave it until it's kind of tacky, when I set it on, oh, listen, that was kind of a fun noise. Did you hear it? I got distracted, sorry. Then I can just set it on here and it's just going to kind of stay in place. So I would love to know if you use window sheets on your projects regularly. I feel like it's one of those things I kind of forget about, and then all of a sudden I see something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do that again. And then this little trick, letting the glue dry, is just really a great way to use the window sheets. So while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull in another piece of thick basic white, and I want to stamp my greeting, happy birthday to you, also from Framed Violets. I'm just going to put that a little bit higher than center, and then I'm going to pull in that same floral image, ink it in black again, and I'm just going to stamp, what do I want to do? I want to make it go off the page or the layer a little bit here. So just kind of in that corner. And then I'm going to turn it and do something similar right up here on top. Maybe just like that. Okay, I like it. So now I've got this for the inside of my card. So while this continues to dry just a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing that you saw me do and color these petals in. Don't worry, I'll speed it up so it won't take too long. Stick with me. So our glue is pretty transparent here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to scoot it down toward me so I can see a little better. I'm just going to try to center it and then just gently press down to attach. Now, I will say one thing that I forgot to do on here that I wanted to do before I put the glue is to use some of the Golden Glow shimmer just on the center. So I'll do on the inside layer what I intended to do on the front. Just add a little bit of shimmer, and then I would have added those dots of glue over that shimmer. And you can see, hopefully, the difference there. The shimmer just adds. Every time I turn it, you see my light reflecting. But I'd like the special touch of the shimmer. Okay, so let's go back here, and we want to attach this. So what I'm going to do is flip it over and take some Stampin' Dimensionals and put the dimensionals behind the leaves and petals where you won't see them from the front. I'll take a little piece from the edge to add down here on the stems, and then another little piece to add on this smaller flower, over here. So I'll turn it over quick, make sure, can't see any of the dimensionals, we're good. And then I'll just go ahead and peel those off. So the liquid glue is holding the stamped and die cut image to the window sheet, and then the dimensionals are what's holding the whole thing onto the card. And this is going to fit exactly over that striped oval that's already there. Look at that. I hope you can like see the, I'm gonna pull in my sample here too when I first designed it, because that's got the shimmer, so you can kind of compare. Do you like it better with shimmer or without? Go ahead and let me know in the comments, with the Golden Glow shimmer or without on the center of the flowers. I hope you can see, other than the annoying light reflecting, I hope you can see the difference that it makes with that window sheet. It really adds a lot. Okay, now the inside of the card, you would think that I'm just going to attach that there, and that would be lovely. But I want to show you one more trick. I'm using the rectangle, why do I always forget the name of this? It's not just rectangle, but it's essentially the rounded rectangle punch. Maybe that's it, rounded rectangle? I don't know. Anyhow, I showed you a trick a couple weeks ago where you could take a piece of, a layer of cardstock and adjust it to make it bigger to fit the greeting that you want. But I also want to show you that you can use this punch. You just stick the cardstock right up in the corner. Look at that, a corner rounder. I don't have a corner rounder, but I've got my rectangle punch with the rounded corners. And so I can just go ahead, rotate my cardstock, just stick that tip right in the corner. And now I have this awesome layer for the inside that's got rounded corners. It's such a little detail, but I love it. I think it adds so much. So I'll add that to the inside. Love it with the rounded corners. And of course, the little shimmer on the inside too. So this is what I have for you today. I would love to hear what you think of it in the comments. Tell me if you've ever done that with the rectangle punch, if you've used it as a corner rounder. And tell me if you've used window sheets on your projects. I would love to hear. All right, go ahead, watch the other 3 videos. Come back, give that thumbs up vote to the one that you like the best this week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.